this is going to be a little series on the fix-up of this 1994 Corvette LT1. And I'll tell you, I picked this up I stole this car, almost. I got a really good deal on it. It was very abused. It was in a field. It was just literally had dirt clods on it. It's so bad. It definitely needs some work. The paint needs some work. The clear coat's peeling off in some places. Looked like someone tried to... Well, anyway, we're just going to go through the car real quick and document everything at the start. I wish I didn't even wash it so I could document how bad it was when I got it. I mean, it was bad. Just disgusting. Stuff inside, every crack and crevice. I just kind of gave it a cursory cleaning. Haven't gone deep into it. I did a couple spots on the paint with some rubbing compound right about here. You can see the difference in the reflection of the lights. So that's not compounded. That is compounded and waxed. Came out pretty nice. And then some I don't know how to put it. Very smart person put a decal on here of some kind of screaming chicken holding an arrow or something, and you can see in the oxidation of the paint the outline of that chicken that was once there. So yeah, I'm hoping that'll compound out, but I'm not sure. I think it's a little too deep. Front bumper needs some work. It looks like it was either repainted, because we have some fading here, or there was a bra on it at one time. I doubt this had a bra. I think it was repainted, because you can definitely see the difference in the paint. A little bit of orange peel too. I saw some orange peeling here as well. So that should all be cleaned out. Alright, well, going over the car here, it's definitely going to be a project. I am surprised how it's cleaning up though. Needs its new side mirror. Then we have a very patriotic former owner here. Those have got to go. Oh my gosh. The seats are horrible. This one can be worked on. This one is pretty tough. Then we have the non-matching gray bucket. And this one's pretty gone. So it wiped it down, cleaned it up, tightened some nuts and screws. Everything was falling apart and loose. Got this secured back like properly. Should be. I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm only running on a couple cylinders. Kind of like this car. Rims need good polishing. The clear coat's starting to fade off. So the back end, you know, a little bit of paint here, the clear coat separating. The emblem needs to be replaced. It broke off, and we got a bad lens. I ordered a new one. I found one for 25 bucks with shipping on eBay. That's not a bad deal, since the only other ones I could find, they were like 35 to 40 bucks. Anyway, yeah, when I picked it up, the owner's like, "Oh yeah, I fixed the rear tail light," and he points to this. I'm thinking to myself, that's fixed? Not fixed. So, continuing along, this sun visor, I'm not quite sure, but I don't think the original was made with cardboard. Well, maybe it was some kind of particle, but someone shoved some cardboard in there and made a new one. Way to go, ingenuity, but it looks terrible. Can't wait to take these off. Door separating here from the sill. You can see it's been stripped out. It's pulled away. Someone did a what do they call that? An alligator bolt in here, an expanding bolt. Trying to hold that. So I gotta find I think some retainer clips, and I might be able to, someone did a staple job here. You can see it. These are about $500 to replace these inside door panels, but someone stapled it and they put in some like epoxy or something to hold it. It works. Rear back hatch. So anyway, you see how dirty it was when I got it. It literally been sitting in a field, but you know, it's nothing that we can't fix. There's a couple. This is the only damage on the body I could find is right here under the mirror. Little crack there, and then a little crack here. So I've been looking for another door, unless this can be fixed. But it looks pretty crumbly. So I'm on the hunt for another door. Also, the fan. I could have choked this guy when he told me he did this. He's like, "Oh yeah, I couldn't get the fan to come on." And normally when the fan won't come on, it's these relays right here that go out. I'm like, dude, they're 19 bucks each. But no, he had to cut the fan wire, and he had to run this switch. Put the fan on. It's just connected there with the alligator clip. So that's one thing I will definitely be putting back. I'll be replacing those. Hopefully that's the issues, these relays. So try that out. Okay, so I got it home, right? got it going. It ran pretty smooth. I was very pleasantly surprised how well it did run. But then I said, okay, well, you know, let's start going through everything and getting it kind of ship shape. So first thing I did was put some Seafoam in the gas tank. Well, 10 miles into that, it starts running like garbage. And I think what happened, oh, I can't start it. I pulled the plug. I was going to start and let you hear it, but the Seafoam, missing a middle vent here. Just little things. I mean, I cleaned up this door panel. It came out pretty nice compared to this. You can see it was sitting outside with the windows down, so it's just really dirty. But it's cleaning up pretty nice. A little separation there. See, this half of the dashboard is not clean. I cleaned this half a little bit. Just a cursory cleaning. Oh, so yeah, I pulled out one spark plug. Oh, so I put the Seafoam in the engine, or in the gas tank, and I was thinking, okay, well maybe it'll clear out the injectors a little bit, because I really don't want to change out the injectors on this. It's a little bit of a job. It's not too bad, but I just don't feel like taking it apart and getting down the fuel rails, and it's just not something I want to tackle right now. But anyway, so I put some Seafoam in there, and I think it loosened up all kinds of stuff, because I pulled the plug. It started running bad. It was like total loss of power. So going through the mental checklist, okay, maybe it loosened some stuff up in the gas tank, and my fuel filter is now clogged because it is struggling to keep going. It's backfiring. It's complete loss of power. But the exhaust smells extremely rich. It's just extremely rich. So it's definitely not burning the fuel. So I pulled one plug, and that plug looks pretty toasty. It's pretty greasy. Come on, focus. Focus, focus, focus. Well, I guess it's not going to focus, but that plug is not looking good. So I'm going to first swap out the plugs. I think maybe I did more bad than good putting the Seafoam in, because it definitely ran through and gummed everything up. But let's hope. Let's just hope that's the issue. And yeah, changing 8 spark plugs on this thing is going to be fun. Oh, and also taking this plug off, I put my hand through the dipstick here. See that? Right in the middle there. and it cut me. I shattered the dipstick. This part, I shattered this to hell. So I have to replace that now too. This is Vette number 7 for me. I've owned 7 of these, and I love the C4. I think it's one of the best looking body designs, especially later models when they rounded the back bumper and they redesigned the front blinker down here in the bumper when they kind of cut in, when they broke away from that old look from the 84 and 85, 86. I just think this is a good looking design. I've always liked the C4, the later models. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'm going to put in these, I'm going to replace the plugs today and fire her up, and hopefully she runs a lot better. Any tips, I would appreciate it. Leave some comments. The Seafoam thing has me a little concerned because it's running so bad now. Hopefully the plug change will fix that. Maybe I have to clean out the throttle body and change the fuel filter too. But we're starting with the plugs. That's the first line of defense. Getting it running back to normal. Okay, I'll let you know how that goes. So back working on the Vette here. Holy cow, I just changed out these 4 plugs on this side, on the passenger side. I put in some AC Delcos rather than the Bosch. The Bosch ones were they were all pretty bad. I mean, they're pretty carboned up. Let's see, I need a better background. There you go. Anyway, they're all gummy. All 4 of them came out all gummy. So, I mean, this one has a little white spot on it. That's still clear, but yeah, they smell burnt, and they were very wet when they came out too. So, yeah, they're not firing off, I don't think. But I'm still a little concerned because I took the 4 out of this side, which was a you got to be a contortionist. Cut my hand all up, and it's just a pain in the ass. But what isn't nowadays anyway? So I got those out, fired it up, and it's still running like fertilizer. Let me start it up here. So my thing is, I'm going to do the driver's side plugs, but I have a feeling, I mean, I don't know. Could they all have fouled out at the same time from the Seafoam? I doubt it, but it just seems kind of weird. 7 miles after it. All right, come on. There it is. That's how it's running. It's like it's choking for fuel. I mean, this thing was running great before I put the Seafoam in it. Come on. Now I can't even get it to idle. And when I hit the gas pedal, it just dies. So my next thing is fuel filter. So I'll replace the driver's side plugs. Come on. Sounds like a steam engine right now. I'm really praying to God. I'm praying to God it's not the OptiSpark. God, I do not want to pull that balancer and deal with all that. I don't want to deal with the injectors, but I might have to. So the next step 2 is to do the left side plugs, and then we'll try the fuel filter, which is I need to get a set of wrenches to disconnect the fuel line. Man, it's just running terrible. All right. So
Looks like I might have a little leak here for oil as well. It's a little darker discoloration. Pull that valve cover and clean that up. So it's a work in progress. I will get this thing back to what it deserves to be like. This car was very abused, and you know, who leaves a Corvette parked outside without the top on? I mean, look at this. Just sad. It'll clean up. I mean, that door cleaned up beautiful, and it's just basically all cosmetic in the interior. All the lights work, all the gadgets work, all the buttons work. This thing's a little out of sorts. I figured out how to fix that. I'm not really sure how to fix that, if it can be fixed. Please comment. I would like to learn where I can get a part for that. On to the next little thing that really bothers me is the guy painted the Targa top while on the car. And you can see a little bit pre-spray or overspray right here. And right here too, there's overspray. You can see the clear coming off. Try to work on that a little bit. There's parts on this car though. It's beautiful paint still. It's really going to buff out nice. I did a test buff right here with some compound, and it came out beautiful. Whereas here it's all oxidized on the tank. But I think it's going to clean up. It's, you know, not going to be a perfect 10 by any means, but it's definitely going to be a decent looking car. Targa top. Previous owner, I think he drove and didn't screw it down properly. It's missing the screws. But this is the top. I mean, it's definitely had some abuse. I was looking at replacing it, but I don't want to spend $700 on a new top. But it looks like what happened is he forgot to bolt it down. It came flying off and slid across the ground, maybe. I don't know. It just looks horrible. It's just awful. And then they had something on here, like a sticker or something. It's like, what the heck? I'm going to sand this whole thing down. I'm going to see if I can fix this fiberglass here and put another coat of paint on it. And fix this American flag liner. I mean, I'm all for patriotism, but this is a little too much for me. I prefer a nice black top. That's my project, and it's coming. So yeah, any pointers you can give me ordering one of these off eBay, I'd appreciate it. So I'm going to pull the next 4 cylinders. It's 108 degrees right now, so it's a little too hot. I was sweating my butt off pulling these 4, and it's just too hot. 108. My garage is even hotter. The sun's going down, and it's setting in the west, so it shoots right into the garage, because my garage faces west, and I'm on the west coast. So it's definitely heats up in here. So I'll probably get up at 6 in the morning, like I did with the other side, and pull these 4. And I think I'm going to remove this this wheel well panel here to get to it, because I know, and you got to remove the traction control. It's just a pain in the ass. Okay. So the next video we'll discuss. We'll see how it runs after all 8 cylinders have been replaced with plugs. And if that doesn't work, we're going to replace the fuel filter. Got to buy a wrench for the fuel lines, because I don't feel like doing the screwdriver trick. Just do it right. Okay, thanks guys.